Hola from the west side. It is me and DCThePurpleDiva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Tuesday. I don't know what that is. I typed in the chat. Hey, Latoya. So the music's kind of low tonight because my iPad is dead. And hey, Pammy. So I've got the little music coming in from my phone, and it sounds so low. And I'm trying to watch the chat on this Samsung tablet that my son stole from me, literally. And I ain't figured out how to use it, y'all. I know it's like 10 something here. Yeah, I know. You guys on the East Coast. A lot of people have Wednesday off. I was out today, you guys, getting my stuff. If you got a chance to see my quick upload earlier, I was able to get a free turkey and, little stuff to go with it from an organization that was giving out stuff. And I got that information via the autism support group that I'm with. So I was able to get that for my son. And so we got a turkey for the family. So then I went to the store and got everything else after that. So I have my stuff for my gumbo, y'all. And I got my stuff to make my sweet potato pie. But my man loves banana pudding. So I decided to add banana pudding to the dessert menu. So we're going to have sweet potato pie. And we're going to have a pan of banana pudding. I'm going to make my mac and cheese. Hey, Miss Mahogany. Happy day before Thanksgiving, because I know it's already Wednesday where you guys are. I know it's already Wednesday where you guys are. Let me get my other chat. This is so confusing. I don't know how to work like the Samsung thing. My son has gone in there and messed with like how bright the screen is. So it's like dim. I don't know why he does that, but I think it has something to do with the autism. Because he dims the screen on his phone too. So I think the whatever's coming from these screens and stuff. See, we can't probably hear the sounds when it's up at a bright light but I bet kids on the autism spectrum can hear it, and adults too. Because when my son was younger, he used to cover up all the digital clocks in the house. Now he makes sure everything, all of his electronics, the screens are like at half and never at full daylight. So I don't know how he did this. So I'm like squinting at this screen, y'all. But I got just about everything I need for Thursday. I got my greens, but I forgot to get my meat. I like to put some smoked sausage in it. I forgot to get my meat. So I'm going to have to go back and get my meat in the morning. And I forgot to get fruit for the household. Apples and grapes and stuff. So I have to get some fruit because we need to have some fruit in the house. Got bananas, but they can't have the bananas. The bananas are for the banana pudding. It is the holidays. Now, this week, I have a couple of things that I have coming for myself that I have been trying to get for a while, and I kept putting off. So I'm getting these 2 purple bar stools. They're like the faux leather, and they come in sets of 2. They sell them on Wayfair. You can find them on Overstock, and you can find them on Amazon if you're into purple. And I found them for the best price on Amazon. So I got them off of Amazon. But Wayfair is where I found them. Gotta stay off that website, y'all. They do have some nice things, because as we are getting ourselves ready, you know, for our next chapter, someplace other than where we are, we, you know, some of the things that are in my current residence, I'm hopefully, you know, only going to have short-lived in my next residence. Like, I want to get a whole new living room set. And like, I didn't keep my dining room set or my china chest from my house. So I have to replace those things. And shouts out to Demi. Demi snuck in last night, you guys, at the end of my freaking live. Shouts out to Demi, you guys. Demi popped in at the end of my live last night. Hey, Cool Jen. Hey, Tutu Thing Thing. So I have like everything for the day. Tomorrow, I'm going to make the banana pudding. I think I'm going to make the sweet potato pie, and I'm going to do the gumbo. Definitely doing those things tomorrow. And I'm definitely taking the turkey out of the refrigerator tomorrow morning so that it's not frozen on Thursday morning when I have to put it in the oven. But I'm going to do a Cajun infused turkey. I don't know if you guys have seen those, like those things where you can take it has the needle that you stick into the turkey that has the all of the juice, all of the flavorings and everything. They sell those at the markets in the hood, in the black neighborhoods. And I got that, so I'm gonna infuse it with the Cajun stuff, and then I'm gonna rub it down, you know. And then I'm gonna throw that freaking turkey in a bag, because that's how I cook my turkey. When I have to do it myself, I put it in the bag so it keeps all my juices in there. I throw some little baby potatoes in there with it. And I don't cook my stuffing inside of my turkey. My stuffing is a whole separate dish. But on Thursday I'll be doing the turkey, I'll be doing the greens, and I'll be doing the mac and cheese. That's not it. That can't be it. David. You're gonna have to do better than that. We know there's more trash in your room than that. You're trying to get my son to clean his own room, y'all. By tomorrow morning, we're gonna have that stuff out of there. But where was I? Yeah, the injector. I forget who it's by. It's by one of them Cajun Creole chefs from down in Tony something or another. I can't remember his last name. But it's his brand. And I've done it. I've used it before. It comes out so good, you guys. And then I also use the turkey thermometer that you just stick in the butt of the turkey that pops when it's cooked. So we don't have no guessing games over here with the hours. Even though, you know, we pretty much know how many pounds per hour, but still, this is on top of that. Because we all know that even when you put the ovens on 350, you know, depending on where you are, that 350 isn't the same in every oven, unfortunately. There are some people that cook their turkeys with the stuffing in it, Miss Mahogany, which is ridiculous to me. Stuffing is a whole separate thing. I make my stuffing separate. And I do a cornbread stuffing. I'm not stuffing that in the turkey. It'll take forever for your turkey to cook. You do that. But some people do that. Some people do that. I'm not one of them. But I got to tell you guys about something going on in Cali. This is another thing. Man. And this also happened on Governor Newsom's watch. Now, I don't know about you guys, if you guys have heard about this in other parts of the country, but they have now uncovered unemployment fraud in the state of California, where people were putting in the names of people who are inmates in the California penal system and getting unemployment for them. They're talking about it is millions in fraud. So the EDD in the state of California is a bunch of shiznick, okay? Because there are people who haven't even gotten their money, who have been sitting around waiting for money. Meanwhile, they are paying, you know, people who are in prison. And last time I checked, they don't qualify for unemployment. But this is the kind of stuff that happened in the state of California. I'm wondering, did they get stimulus checks too? Did they give these people stimulus checks too? Y'all, that's ridiculous. I know y'all hear my son in the background. Isn't he rude? Isn't my son rude, y'all? But maybe it's me because of where I do my broadcast. I do my broadcast close to where the refrigerator is. Sounds like I'm in the kitchen. You know. But y'all know how these townhouses are. Your kitchen is right next to your living room with these open freaking plans. No walls to separate the two rooms. So when I move from here, I want a kitchen that is an entirely separate room, like when I had my house. So I plan on getting in a house some way. Even if I'm renting it. Even if I have to give up a bathroom and only have one bathroom. That'll be a big ass bathroom. However, the house that I owned, I lived in a house that was built like in the, that house built? That house was built like in the 30s, and it only had one bedroom, one bathroom, and it was like a Spanish style house. So I mean, I've lived with one bathroom before, But when we only had one bathroom, it was just me and my son. Now it's like, it's three of us. So that might be a little extra to only have one bathroom. But if I can have a big yard, if I can have a yard that my son can be in safely as an adult on the spectrum, and I don't have to worry about him, I'd give up a bathroom, you guys, in a rental. Now, when I'm buying again, I'm going to need to have 2 bathrooms. I'm just going to need to. But for a rental, to get into a house in the area that I need to be in with him, yeah, I'll give up a bathroom if I have to. I will. But how many of you guys did you say glad my bath is in my bedroom? Yeah, I mean, but I'm just thinking that I'm just trying to open up my horizons in my price range. Because I'm not paying $4,000. I'm not paying $3,500. I'm not paying somebody's mortgage. And I'm telling you, that's some of the things that I'm seeing that are absolutely crazy. And that's in the area that I live in. But then if I drop down to one bathroom, suddenly I get some other ones that pop up that are reasonably priced because they only have one bathroom. So I just, I'm keeping that in mind. Because this is, for me, it's not forever. Whatever I'm moving into, my goal is that this is, for a year, because my plan is next year we're going to be trying to buy. That's the plan. Even if I don't live in it, the plan is to own. Y'all got me? I could continue to live in somebody else's rental as long as I own some property someplace, don't even have to be in California. It can be any place. It's just about owning. And since I qualify for the first-time home buyers, again, I can do that. How high? The rent here, the rent is crazy here. The rent is crazy here. I mean, I'm blessed to not be paying I'm pretty sure I'm paying somebody's mortgage, but I'm blessed to be in a place where the rent is not crazy yet, but I know that the owner wants to raise the rent in here yet higher. But for me to pay more, I need to have more. That's why I'm looking for someplace else. And I knew if I just waited a little longer, more places would start popping up. And it's the truth. Places are starting to pop up. Unfortunately, some people are not able to stay in their places and are having to move or downsize or rent out the places that they own so that they don't lose them. So hopefully I can get on one of those. Hopefully. Hey, JV. Y'all know I'm hoping that this week is going to be my week, y'all. That those 4,000 hours will be mine and will stay mine. Long enough for me to go on a review. Because I think I am almost at 3,900. I think I'm almost at 3,900. Last time I checked, I was at 3,880 something. And so I haven't even looked today. That was like late last night. I haven't even looked again today. I'm going to wait and look again tomorrow. But I'm getting there, you guys. I'm getting there. And I'm hoping that, the content on my page is quality content that people, enjoy what I have on here. And I'm working to make it better as we move forward, because I do plan on doing a lot more in regards to caregiver life and just the things that I'm doing with my son to help him. Because I know, like, a lot of stuff we really haven't been able to do. I haven't really been able to do a lot of the things that I want to do with him because of things that have happened. But I did hear about another program for him today, you guys, when I was at the grocery store, of all places. I actually saw this young lady that goes to my church. And I say young lady because she's younger than me, but she's older. But she's also autistic like my son. However, she's independent, able to pretty much, do things for herself, including driving if she needs to. And she used to work at the program that my son previously was at, the one I told you guys I don't like, because most of the people at that program were way too old for him. And they weren't doing anything. It was non-productive. It was just like something for him to be doing all day versus something productive for him to be doing all day. But she told me about another program where they operate a car wash, and they have some other things that they're doing, so that will teach them some business skills, and that they do actually get paid. So I need to look at that program for him, because I want him to eventually be able to make money for himself. Even if I have to figure out a business for that to be accomplished. And I'm dead serious about that. If I have to, that's why I look at all of these businesses that people are putting together, specifically for people with special needs, so that they are able to be employed, gainfully employed, and be able to take care of themselves. So that's one of the things that I want to explore, and explore it, on my YouTube channel, talking about, finding types of businesses that would be viable businesses or business ideas for people on the spectrum. So that's why, so if you guys hear of anything, or you guys think of anything that you might think might be a good opportunity for people on the spectrum, don't hesitate, to, let me know in any of the comments on my videos, and I will be setting up an email address specifically for this channel. I know I keep saying I'm going to do it. I still haven't done it, but I am going to be doing it probably this week while I'm off work. And I'm also like looking at making sure everything's cool on my channel, that it's ready to go into review, that I don't have nothing crazy in my YouTube studios. I have to, clean up, a couple of videos that kind of, how videos get stuck when you're uploading them and they never upload. I have a few of those that I got to delete out of my YouTube studios. See, I don't know. Well, see, out here, Salvation Army didn't have the program out here. Out here in LA County, Goodwill had a program, but they didn't pay them any money. They didn't even make minimum wage. And so the regional center no longer would send clients to those programs. And now that Social Security does allow people who have developmental disabilities, even if they're receiving a full Social Security check, they do allow them to work a certain amount of hours and not lose their Social Security. Then there's opportunities for them to become gainfully employed and be able to afford at least to live in a roommate situation. You know, and I'm saying in a roommate situation here in where I live, because, you know, they wouldn't, number one, they probably wouldn't be able to afford an apartment by themselves. And number two, for most people on the spectrum, when they're first getting out there, you know, they do it with roommates. Because, you know, like everybody's not like our friend Angel's Army, okay? Angel is bold. And, you know, he has shown that he can successfully live on his own and take care of himself and make the right decisions for himself. But that's not the case for a lot of people on the spectrum. And it's not that they're not capable of it, but because of their, you know, social inadequacies. And sometimes they may have anxiety about living by themselves. Because I'll give you guys, like, every time I leave the house, I could just be walking down to the store. Or if I say I'm going around the corner to the store to get something, by the time I get to the store, which is literally 5 minutes, a 5-minute walk from the house, my son will be blowing my phone up. You know? So I can imagine what it's like. And I know that's part of his whatever autism, anxiety, or whatever. You just got to get on the phone, calling, trying to see where I am, even though I said I'm coming right back. But everything's literal. You see what you guys are saying. Yeah, Angel, I'm very proud of Angel. You know, Angel has beat the odds that were against him. You know, he's not the only one. There are many other ones that are like him. But I wish that they were a majority, but they aren't. And it's not because other ones may not be able to do it, but many people on the spectrum who are adults don't have the opportunities or the resources available to them to be able to do that. And they don't have the family support. And it's very, very important to have family support in that situation. You know, for Angel, it allowed him to be closer to his siblings. And I think that has done wonders for him. Everything that he's done has done wonders for his self-esteem as an adult. You know, he doesn't allow his disability to hold him back at all. It's for him, he doesn't even see it as a disability. And that's the thing. Most people with autism don't see autism as a disability. The world sees it as a disability. The world sees it as a disability. Because to them, they're normal. My son doesn't think that there's, everything, the things that he do, they're normal because it's their norm. They're normal. They walk to the beat of a different drummer. But then you have people like Temple Grandin, who is a professor, I think, at a university in Colorado in agriculture. She has a PhD in agriculture. And she didn't talk until she was 4. See, like with my son, he talked, and we saw him lose his language. We saw him getting his language back, and it was a painful process to get the language back. But when I hear him having conversations with himself, when I hear him saying things that other people said when he's doing his echolea, you realize that the vocabulary is there. It's all about understanding when to say what. And that's the part that they have to figure out, and they have to learn how to read us, because it's hard to read. It's hard for someone who's autistic to read someone who's not autistic. Like, if we're sad, sometimes they don't understand. Like, my son doesn't always understand when someone's crying. He doesn't understand if they're sad or if they're happy, because a person could be happy or sad when they're crying. He's not able to distinguish the difference between the two. Some of us aren't able to distinguish the difference between the two either. But he's also not able to also tell when someone else is angry. Yet he expects you to understand when he's angry. He's over here looking at me like I'm crazy because he's sitting right here while I'm talking. Aren't you, David?
Aren't you, David?
Say hi to YouTube.
YouTube.
But, that's why I'm on here. Because, I don't have all the answers for anything like that. But I just know that when I was a mom of a young child with autism, I wish I had seen somebody who was older with an adult with autism that I could look to, that understood what I was going through because they had already been through it and were on the other side. So for me, I like to be that person. You know what I mean? Because there are so many of our children of color who have this. And our kids are not the face of autism. And I'm trying to change that. But change it in a positive way. Because so many of our kids are brilliant. That's why I mentioned Tony Braxton's son last night. I mean, driving a car for somebody with autism is amazing. Because their brains and their attention spans are way different. And it is much more of an effort for them to concentrate to be able to drive. But for him to be able to do that and to be able to do it at, I think he's 20, 21. He's acting, he's modeling. He's putting a different face on what it is to be Black and autistic and an adult. You know? And although we see many more children who are not of color being focused on, I think it's very important to make sure that people don't forget about our kids. You know, I'm not the only one on here on this platform who is out there. Shouts out to, you know, Robbie. Shouts out to Black Sheep Family and Autism. Shouts out to the Autism Mom. Those are ones who openly identify themselves as autism moms. They aren't the only Black autism moms on here other than myself. But it is, I do not wish to put everybody's business out there because it's not for me to do that. I have also, I forgot my friend, Better Understanding is also a autism mom. Great channel. She's got a great channel. So I just, you know, I try to support all of these channels. I try to support the Black moms out here on YouTube that are just doing their thing. They don't have to be talking about autism. They could be talking about so many other things because, you know, like Rob B doesn't even, she talks about her son and talks about the things she's doing with her son, but that's not really the focus of her channel. But being an autism mom is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing. And even if it's not the focus of your channel, if your child is around, everybody's going to know you. Everybody's going to know. You know, and you know, we don't have a problem with our kids. We don't have a problem with our kids. Hey, NC worker. Good morning. I'm watching show. He's made amazing strides. Angel has. And he's monetized, you guys. I told you that. He had his monetization party. I want to say it was yesterday. No, it was over the weekend. And I was on set. I think it was either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day it was. But he got monetized. We were both grinding those hours too, you know. But he got monetized. I think it was just this. He had his monetization party just this past weekend. So, you know, he's getting him a little bit of change off of YouTube. And I think it is a great vehicle for him to make friends and show the world who he is, and to allow people to not box up people who have disabilities or who have autism. Yeah, if you go to his channel, I know it's up there because I watched the replay of it. I did. I watched the replay of it, and I had told him like a bunch of times when I was seeing him coming up to it, congratulations, because I knew he had gotten his monetization. But you know, he wanted to do a special thing. I'm pretty, for me, I'm pretty sure that once I get once it's monetized, I guess I'll plan a specific live to celebrate it and everything. I'll be happy. I will be happy because you guys know that they're about to start some changes on YouTube. I'm not sure when they're going to start, but I want to be monetized before they do and be in the partner program, because what YouTube has said they're about to do is they're about to start running ads on some of the smaller YouTube channels that are not monetized, that have marketable material. So, people will start getting ads on their videos and everything, but they won't be getting paid for them until they get their channels monetized. Now, there's a good and bad point to that. The good thing is that it will probably drive more traffic to people's channels and help those YouTubers that might be smaller but have really good quality to start getting more traction in the algorithm and get monetized faster. So maybe that is what the goal is, but you can't blame YouTube for that. I mean, we all are up on here basically for free. Yeah, so that's a change that's coming up. I mean, I'm so close to my my hours that I hope that it won't affect me, that by the time, that goes into place, I'm already monetized, so I'm already going to be having, commercials on my stuff as it is. And I tell you what, as soon as I see who they have on there, I'm going to be going and looking and seeing who those ads are coming from, and see if they are folks that might want to sponsor a small autism channel, because the next YouTube conference, if it happens, won't be until next year. What, July or August? And at the rate we're going, it may not happen. Oh, I did want to say also a rest in peace to former mayor of New York City, the only Black mayor of New York City, David Dinkins, died 6 weeks after his wife, Masora Joyce, only mayor that New York has ever had that was African American. And he died. I believe he was 93. It was confirmed today. So he either died early this morning, Tuesday morning, or he died late Monday night. But he died 6 weeks after his wife. That's love. He was like, she's out of here, I'm out of here too. That's what we thought was going to happen when my mom's mother, my grandfather, when my grandfather died. We thought my grandmother was going to check out after him, but she lived quite a few years beyond my grandfather. But we thought she was going to check out after her husband, because my grandfather died after they had been married for 51 years. And then my grandmother died in 1999. And my grandfather died he died before I was married to my son's father. So he died like in 89 or 90. So she outlived him by about 10 years. She lived long enough for my aunts and uncles and all of them to buy her a house, and for her to finally move out of the Desire projects, because my grandparents refused to move out of those projects, even though their 11 kids wanted them to move out the projects. My grandfather would not move out those projects because that's what he could afford. When he died, my aunts and uncles moved my grandmama out of there. Let's see what you guys are saying. I don't know if they're going to get rid of some of these channels that drag or everything. I'm like, I see channels that are cursing people out, that are beefing, that are monetized. So I don't even know. But I'm not getting in the middle of none of that mess. I ain't got time for none of that mess. You know, yeah, I go to people's channels and I'll listen to some of the foolery and I'll laugh and I have my own opinion, you know, but ultimately I think that all of the foolery doesn't look well on the Black sector of YouTube. And I hate the, and I said this, I hate the females talking about each other, talking about skin color, talking about what people's looks look like, all that kind of that stuff. You know, it's sad to me. But I've come to realize it is what it is on here. I mean, you got folks doing all kinds of stuff. You got some folk that yesterday they were straight, today they're not straight. You know? So I'm just going to do my thing, support who I want to support, go to whose chat I want to go to, and when, people are doing stuff that is triggering for me, I'm just not going to be there, because, it's a lot of stuff that goes on, where, I'm not with people being, called autistic when they're not, called slow or mentally retarded or special needs when they're not, as part of a roast. I'm not cool with people's kids being dragged in, that are, or, pulling those kind of things. I'm not with none of that stuff. But, people do what they want to do, I also don't have people on here doxing me. So who knows what I would do if I were in their shoes. I can't say. Yeah, I don't try to get in the middle of the stuff. And the thing is that it's crazy because you'll think people are like not in the middle of the stuff, and then suddenly they're in the middle of everything. So that's why I'm like, I'll just support who I want to support. I'm gonna just keep on grinding, keep on doing my material, trying to, make my channel better, trying to get my channel to grow, trying to drive people to my platform and not worry about the mess, because it's going to continue to go on no matter what. And that's what some people need to have in order to make themselves feel relevant, to feel important, because maybe for them, YouTube is much more important than it is for you and me. I do this because of what I want to be the representation for in regards to autism, but YouTube is not my job. Even when I get this channel monetized, feels like a full-time job as much as I'm on here, y'all. But it's not my job. I have a career outside of YouTube. You know, I'm pursuing acting. I'm writing books. You know, I'm, you know, preparing myself to be, you know, a motivational speaker, really to parents that are raising kids on the spectrum. So, you know, I'm looking at this YouTube channel as just a small portion of who I am and the things that I'm doing. Like I told y'all, I did a radio show for 10 years called Vibing with DC. Music program. And I would do spoken word. I would do my own spoken word. Or I would bring in spoken word from other people. I pulled stuff from like the 70s, like from spoken word artists like Wanda Robinson. And if you don't know who she is, go look her up. Look her up. Black woman, poet, spoken word artist. Wanda Robinson. Go look her up. You know, and I would, you know, hip people to people like her. Hip them to, you know, people like, you know, the Last Poets. That kind of stuff. So, you know, I've always been a radical chick. Even with my purple hair. That's just the artsy side of me. And y'all know I'm an old woman now, so. You know, it's not just the young folk thing that you know, wear their hair all these different colors. You know, call me a hippie, call me a bohemian chick, call me artsy. I'm all of that, probably. Hey, Misunderstood. I know I'm looking into how people get on those TED Talks because I'm not sure how it's done, Misunderstood. How are you? I've seen like a couple of things on TED Talk that are I've seen several, like about 5 of them that were dealing with autism. One that I saw was a Black woman. I'm not sure where she was from. If she was from the UK or if she was from one of the countries in Africa. I think she was a doctor, and I think she may have gotten her training in the UK. And she was actually from a country in Africa. And she spoke on autism from the perspective of someone who actually has it. I've seen several talks on there by people who are talking about it from the field perspective. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 parents, but I have only I think I've only seen that one woman that was Black talking about autism. Because, you know, although, you know, when all the dust settles, there'll be more children on the continent of Africa with autism than any place else. Right now, people think that it's, you know, more children who are not Black. However, you know, the CDC knows differently. Even here in the United States, they know differently. For whatever reason, those vaccinations, you know, that MMR that our children get when they're like 9 months old. Yeah, that one. That, do not turn the sound up. That one causes a higher rate of autism in Black and brown boys. But they don't know why. They don't know why. But they want to keep that a secret. But they do know that it does cause people to have a higher propensity to have it that are Black or brown, specifically boys. And they've known that for years. Known it for years. Autism already affects boys more than it affects girls. However, when it affects girls, it usually affects girls more severely. The reason being because girls use more words. So many of them are more severely autistic. I'm going to be doing a little research, you guys, between today and between tonight and tomorrow's show on some of these people that 46. I'm sorry, y'all. I love saying that. That 46 is appointed to his cabinet. We all know about John Kerry, so I'm not going to I don't need to go look him up. I'm talking about the other appointees. You know, some of who are going to have to go through congressional confirmation. So we're going to see how that works. I wonder who he's going to put over the Department of Education. Please get somebody in there who has some sense. Please put somebody over our children's education that actually knows something about public education. We need to fix the public education in this country. This woman who has been in there for the last 4 years, Betsy Voss, total idiot. Absolutely total idiot. Total idiot. So I hope that whoever Mr. Biden puts in there is someone who is competent. I'm hoping because his wife is an educator that will help him make a good choice for that office that some people think is not important, but is extremely important. It's extremely important. All right, son. Are you ready for me to come on camera? Because I know that's what you're waiting for. You want me to go on camera? Okay, so I'm going to come on camera, you guys. Come on. You can come on over here. If he wants to come on camera. Let me just get my mouse. Go ahead, move the pillows. Move the pillows off the sofa. Go ahead, move whichever ones you're going to move. Yeah, move whichever ones you're going to move and sit down. All right, you guys, let me come on camera so y'all can see King David. Because I know that's why everybody's here. Nobody's really here to see me. Here's King David. Say hi. Y'all see him imitating me? Oh, okay. That's it. Y'all don't get no more from him. He just wants y'all to see him. He wants you to know that he is here. He's a handsome young man. Yeah, he came on and said hi to y'all. But I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. I will be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow, I promise, I will try to come on during the day. But let me tell you what happened today. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on today, and I was at the store, and I didn't know if I wanted to be on live while I was shopping in the store. I didn't know how the signal was going to be, but tomorrow I won't be at the store, so we'll see. Maybe I'll come on live while I'm doing some of the stuff that I'm cooking. You know, while I'm making my banana pudding, making my gumbo, making my sweet potato pie. As skinny as I am, y'all, you would think that I don't eat, but I promise you, I can eat. I just have those genes. My daddy's genes. I'm telling y'all, I am built like my father's mother, my grandmother, my dad's mom. I'm built like my dad's side of the family. My sister is built like my mom. Matter of fact, she looks more like my mom than I do. But I'm built just like my daddy's mom. 5'9", model, Coke bottle shape. And I still got a flat stomach at almost 58. Not bragging, because I just feel that God blessed me to be healthy and to look the way that I look because of the things that I have to deal with being a caregiver. So I should at least look good and be healthy going through the things that I do, that I go through when I'm not online. But I will tell you guys that since the beginning of this year, and I'm going to try to do this and I cry, my son has been so much better and gotten so much better control with his feelings. He's not, having these horrible meltdowns. Y'all are not seeing me, with bruises and, bites and stuff from having to fight with my own kid, to help him. So I'm just thankful that we are through that dark period that went on for some years. For years. And if there's anybody out there that is still dealing with the really awful meltdowns with their kids, I'm a living proof that you can get past them. Now I had some help. It wasn't just me. I had some help, but my son also had to take ownership and also had to figure out ways to be able to calm himself down. And then we also had to understand when he got triggered to help him to calm himself down. So I'm going to get out of here, guys, because I ain't crying online. I ain't no punk. I ain't no punk. DC ain't no punk, so I ain't going to cry. So I'm going to get off of here. I will see you guys tomorrow, Thanksgiving Eve. I will probably talk about some of the histrionics of Thanksgiving like I always do every year. So we can talk about what it was about versus what we want to make it about. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll see you guys. Peace. Peace. With my Hallie picture in the back. Bye, guys.